still in love with Dante.
I'm being locked out of Sam's murder investigation? You think you're helping, but you are not. I'm steps ahead. That could not be more wrong.
It's as if that kiss never happened. Ava's not going to win this case.
Curtis is claiming he's steps ahead of Drew now. Go, Curtis, I guess. Fingers crossed that whatever genius plan he's got doesn't explode in his face. I really hope he knows what he's doing, but honestly, I'm not holding my breath. As for the Trina and Kai scenes, yawn. Seriously, I try to get into it, but it's just painful. The chemistry between them? Non-existent. Trina and Spencer? Now that had fire. I'm counting down the days until we finally find out what Gio's up to. That storyline's got some promise. And Christina? I cannot stand her character. And let's not even get started on the actress playing her. But you know what's hilarious? Ava has just as much right to custody of Avery as Sonny does, but they paint Sonny as some kind of saint despite all his criminal activity. Meanwhile, Ava, who's definitely not a saint, gets the villain treatment. Classic double standard, huh? Christina blaming Ava for losing her baby? Please. That was all on Christina. But sure, let's keep pointing fingers at Ava. Makes total sense. Dante fathering Brooklyn's baby? Total surprise. But mark my words, the real bombshell will be when we find out Gio's the one who's been running the show all along. The writers have completely butchered Molly and Christina. Watching them act? Cringeworthy. And Trina, oh sweetie, stop trying to play grown-up. You and Kai? A total snooze fest. Honestly, I didn't even like her with Spencer either. Finally, Sonny and Christina thinking they're protecting Avery? Hilarious. We all know being around Sonny is like playing Russian roulette with her safety. Carly's even telling Brennan about it, so it's not like this is a secret. It's crazy how none of them seem to prioritize Avery's well-being. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Messy Syrup. It's me, Abby, here. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Keep watching, so let's dive into today's video. Dante Falconeri. Yeah, he's definitely not in love with Lulu Spencer. I mean, sure, they're just friends, but you can totally tell there's no spark there. No love story to see, folks, move along. The real power couple that will go down in history is Dante and the late Samantha McCall. They were forever goals on General Hospital. Seriously, their connection was untouchable, and Samantha, she's at peace in heaven. And I respect that 100%. I still remember her last words. What can I say? Chuckles, I love him. So much, I love you. That's how you leave a legacy, people. Speaking of legacies, have you heard Jocelyn's take on Sonny's old helpless man moment? She was so appalled when he went after Cyrus. Like, how dare he hit a man who's been getting his hands dirty in every shady deal around? But I'm just sitting here wondering how she's going to react when she finds out that helpless man, Cyrus, killed Dex. Oh, the drama's coming. And Drew? Well, he's still out there doing his usual blah blah blah. Someone really needs to let Willow in on the fact that he's also been playing in Nina's sandbox too. Just throwing that out there. Now, the Trina or Kai storyline. Look, I love the actor playing Kai. And it's great that there's some diversity in her love interests. But this whole plot feels like it was slapped together in a hurry, and I can't seem to get on board with it. Trina's a total boss with so much going on. Like, why not give her a storyline where she's solving an art theft mystery, or doing something other than being someone's romantic interest? I'm not asking for much. Lastly, Anna? Oh, she's just the worst example of a woman in law enforcement. She's worked with Valentine, has all the dirt on Cyrus, but instead of breaking cases and looking like the powerhouse she is, she's over there doing eye rolls and giving us nothing. Writers, come on, make her smarter, tougher, and more competent, please. Wow, that moment between Jack B. and Carly. The look he gave her when she opened the door, the way he just walked up, grabbed her head, and kissed her like it was the most natural thing in the world. Mamma mia, it was everything. Totally loved it. And then there's Laura, chatting with Lulu, casually saying, I know firsthand that you can love two people at the same time. Well, okay, Laura, who was she talking about? Which two men did she love at the same time? I must have missed a good 25 years of General Hospital to have missed that detail. Now, let's talk Avery's custody. If you had to decide between Ava and Sunny, who would get primary custody? Forget who you like more, just think about safety. Who would keep her safer? Be honest with yourself. As for Curtis, I really hope he beats Drew at whatever game Drew's playing right now. If only someone with more power backed Curtis' company so Drew couldn't keep throwing threats around. Curtis deserves better. And the drama with Cody, Sasha, and Michael? Classic. Cody's covering for them by spreading the Sasha's pregnant with Jason's baby rumor. Meanwhile, Dante's feeling all kinds of ways. Angry with Anna for blocking him from the Sam murder investigation, but also mad at himself because he knows Anna's right. Ava and Rick, on the other hand, are trying to pressure Sunny and Christina into backing off the custody fight, but Diane, Sunny, and Christina are not having it. Christina's so done with Ava. She tells Sunny, "Since Ava took my daughter, I'll help you take Avery away from her." Meanwhile, Sunny's having heart issues, and Rick notices something's off, but Sunny's not saying much. Drew and Curtis are at each other's throats. Oh, and Brad's blackmailing Portia. Nothing simple in this world, is it? Then there's Trina, trying to help Kai with his issues, but he's just all about football. I guess helping him isn't in the cards when he's got other plans. And don't even get me started on Christina. I am so tired of her blaming Ava for Irene's death, while refusing to take any responsibility for her own part in the baby's death. Girl, take a little accountability, just a little. What a mess, huh? Okay, so here's a little thought that hit me. After all these years since Jordan Ashford rolled into Port Charles in 2013, we've literally only seen her as an Ashford. Why? Well, because she's been married to not one but both Ashford brothers, Tommy Sr. and Curtis. But here's the kicker, where's the rest of her family? Not even a mention in over a decade. I mean, Portia has a father and a brother, Finn's got Gregory, and Nina's family is like a whole soap opera plotline. So how has Jordan never had a single family member pop up, especially considering she's been a long-term character? Kind of an odd omission if you ask me. Maybe it's time to throw a long-lost relative into the mix? Just saying. Also, imagine if Kai met Curtis. Wasn't Curtis in a wheelchair for a while? I could totally see Kai landing an executive internship at Aurora and mixing things up. I'm into the Trina or Kai vibe too. Now on to some fun credit drama I noticed in today's episode, January 31. TJ finally popped into the opening credits after being MIA since December 23. And considering he's a contract actor, it was a little concerning that his photo wasn't rotating with the others. I mean, how do you just forget a contract actor for weeks? Meanwhile, Taj Bello is still listed in the closing credits as on contract, but guess what? He hasn't been on screen since December 23. There's been tons of speculation about whether he's leaving, but at least today's credits confirm he's still technically on contract. We'll see if that lasts. Oh, and Chad Duell. Yeah, he's officially out of the closing credits, just like we all knew would happen after his final episode aired on January 21. But here's the kicker. Evan Hofer as Dex Heller? Still listed as a contract actor in the closing credits, even though his character died in the December 13 episode. Normally, those names disappear like magic once a character's gone, but Dex's name is hanging around like the ghost of a bad plot twist. Maybe his contract wasn't up yet? Or, plot twist, maybe he's coming back for a random appearance. Guess we'll find out, right? Maybe the news interruptions of General Hospital could just schedule around when reporters and officials are free. I mean, fans aren't exactly given the secret schedules of the people making these decisions. So when they show up here asking, why does this always happen at this time? Well, it's not like these people are going to stop and go, let's not do this right now because it's inconvenient for the soap fans. Yeah, that's totally happening. Carly, on the other hand, handled herself with some real class when it came to Jack. Despite being on a dry spell for ages, she didn't just pounce on him like some desperate, love-starved animal. She actually enjoyed his company the rest of the evening. Honestly, that is what a real queen looks like. As for Anna, what a hypocrite. She's all Dante should stay out of Sam's murder case because they've got history, but she never took a step back from the Pikeman investigation. Oh, and let's not forget her cozy little fling with Valentin and her helping him escape. If anyone deserves to lose their job as police commissioner, it's definitely her. And now Sunny is thinking about retiring, and Christina's going to take over the family business. Let's all hold our breath and wait for that drama to unfold. Also, can we talk about the wardrobe budget? Seriously, it's been slashed to the bone. The only one who looks remotely decent is Diane. Sunny, the supposed mob boss, is out here in cheap suits. And Brooklyn? Please, she looks like she got dressed from the clearance section of a thrift store. Then there's Cody, spreading some complete nonsense. Why on earth did he tell Anna that Sasha's pregnant and Jason is the father? That's how rumors start, buddy. Nice job. Just when I thought they couldn't make Drew any more despicable, surprise, surprise, he finds a way. And as for Ava, where's all her mob money? Julian left her everything, everything. She even sold Charlie's to Sunny. Now suddenly she's broke and crying poverty. Please, she was loaded when she married Nicholas. This makes no sense. On a positive note, I do appreciate that the writers are switching things up with some of the characters. They were starting to age out of their roles anyway, so thank you for that. I get why Carly hit the brakes, but seriously, how does anyone turn down Jack Brennan? He's the best thing to happen to GH in ages. Seriously, there's so much good stuff going on now. Sam and Dex's murder drama, Lulu finally calming down, less of Drew, thankfully, Cody's meltdown, and Tracy being on screen every day. Poor Chase though, and maybe a new romance for Molly? Oh, and don't even get me started on Liz and Lucky, love it. But seriously, can someone explain Loy's logic here? So Ned is Brooklyn's father, and he finds out he's a grandfather, except Loy's never bothered to tell him. When it came out that Sunny was Dan's father, Lois knew Sunny had a grandson but still didn't tell him. Oh, and she didn't even tell her best friend Olivia that she was a grandmother. Yet, she acts like it's so important for Sunny to know about Nina and scolds everyone for lying to him. How exactly does Lois justify this? Protecting your daughter's privacy is one thing, but hey, people in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And yeah, I know a lot of people aren't fans of Cody, but I honestly feel bad for him. He had to give up Sasha, then finds out she's pregnant, thinking Jason is the father. I'd be losing it too. Also, I've been questioning the whole Cody and Molly thing, but I kind of like how she calls him out. Could make things interesting. Also, can we talk about how the writers are totally blaming Drew for the affair with Willow? Newsflash: Willow is not a minor. She knew exactly what she was doing, and she's just as much to blame as Drew, if not more. I mean, she's married. Drew didn't take advantage of her. Get it together, GH writers. I really didn't want to be that person, but let's be real, GH is seriously downhill. First, they stopped showing Thanksgiving with the Q's and the whole pizza tradition. Then, no more reading to kids at the hospital during Christmas. That was my favorite part of the holidays on GH. It made it feel like the season had really started. They killed off my favorite character, Kelly, Sam McCall. Then the holiday stuff went downhill, and now we're stuck with these new writers. If they keep this up, my beloved show is gonna get canceled, and I'll be furious. I've been watching since the 90s. We're in 2025 now, do the math. If they ruin it, I'll be so done. And speaking of drama, this Geo surprise, it's gonna be a nightmare for Lois. Olivia, Ned, and Sunny. They're going to feel so betrayed. Can't wait to see that explode. Molly and Cody might be the next it couple in Port Charles, though Cody's got some serious issues to work through first. For one, he's all bent out of shape because Sasha's pregnant with another man's baby, and, surprise, he thinks Jason Morgan is the father. But of course, Cody needs to be careful when it comes to Jason. Why? Because Jason's already had a private attorney-client conversation with Diane, revealing that Michael is actually the one who knocked up Sasha. The irony? Diane is worried that Sasha could change her mind about raising the baby on her own, much like her mother Holly did, and chase a fat paycheck. So Jason's off to Germany to have a little chat with Michael about his next move. Meanwhile, Alexis drops a bombshell on Diane and her daughters. Sam wasn't some random casualty, she was intentionally killed. Meanwhile, Brooklyn finally opens up to Lois, confessing she wants to tell Chase about her teenage pregnancy. Surprise, Dante's the father. No one knew, not even Dante. They've been living a lie for decades, and now that the truth's about to come out, they're ready for the inevitable backlash. And honestly, Brooklyn's right. She was wrong to deny Dante the chance to be part of his child's life, especially since he knows what it feels like to grow up without a father. Oh, and speaking of characters we used to like, can we talk about Drew for a second? He came on as the good guy, and now, well, he's pretty much the opposite. It's not the actor, it's the storyline they've given him. Oh, it's such a turnoff. And Cody? Really? Why is he out here running his mouth about Jason being the baby daddy? Dude doesn't know a thing, and is just stirring the pot with baseless rumors. It's going to be a real treat when Sasha and Jason find out what he's been blabbering about. Now, Lois, seriously, how does she not tell her best friend that their grandson is practically living in Dante and Brooklyn's house? Talk about a major family secret. And as for Michael and Sasha's situation, let's clear things up. Michael hooked up with Sasha right after Willow told him about the kiss with Drew. That was before Sam passed away. So Michael and Sasha run into each other, have their little fling, and then, surprise, Michael goes back to Willow and sleeps with her right after. Then Willow and Drew bam, they sleep together in the nursery the day Sam dies. Michael sees the footage and thinks, okay, we'll just call it even and tell Willow we both messed up. Except, while Willow's kiss with Drew was just emotional cheating, Michael slept with someone else. That's why Sasha's keeping quiet about Michael being the father, because she's afraid of the truth getting out and everything blowing up in their faces. Let me know what you think in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and much love to you all.